8. Tanzania taking on Uganda. I'm here with the captains, a big patwa for Tanzania, Brian Mark Masawa for Uganda, and the third umpire today, Vicky Prajapati. Tanzania is the home team. You flip the coin. Heads is the call. Tail it is. Tanzania win the toss. You've won the toss. What are you going to do and why?
We're going to field first. The reason why the pitch looks good. I just want to, because it's a new ground, it's a new pitch, it's the first match of that we're playing on it for us. So we just want to see what's the right total for us to chase.
This is your third game in this tournament against Uganda. You've won one, you've lost one. How do you want to go about the business this afternoon?
Well, we want to continue with winning where we left from the last match, and that's it. We just want to restrict them as low as possible and then make it easier for us.
Then you've won the toss, you've asked them to bat. What do you think is a reasonable total here to chase?
As low as possible. So I know there's no total as such, but as low as possible.
As low as possible. Do you bring in any youngster in the team that played the last time you played Uganda?
So we have got one change. Last match we had Mohamed Omari, who was injured, was out. He comes in and Jadin goes out.
All the best in the game.
Thank you.
That is it, Brian. Lost the toss. You've played on this pitch in the morning. You saw how it behaves. You know the ground. Would you have loved to bat first?
Yeah, I'd probably have batted first. It's a run. It looks like there's runs in the wicket. There's runs in the ground. It's a big ground. Hopefully, it's a bit easier to defend on this.
Indeed, there are runs in the ground. Talk about the innings of Roger Mukasa. 89, strike rate 170. Do you think that is something that gave you a bigger chance to beat Rwanda?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been asking him to bat a bit longer. We know the damage he can do if he bats a good number of overs. He's been getting good stats, but he wasn't kicking on. So today he managed to do that, and I think the results showed. So, it's very destructive when he stays out there, and, we'll be asking him to come out and do that again.
Very well said. You've scored a 190 in the first game. What score are you looking for this afternoon against the Tanzanian bowling attack?
Yeah, if you give me 190 at the start of the game, I'd take that. So, we'll be looking to get close to that again, hopefully even more, and, try and come and defend that.
Early in the morning, you said 150. You've added 40 more runs. You've seen that it's possible. Is there any reason behind the team selection this afternoon that you've put the bar a bit higher?
Yeah, I mean, in the morning, having not played here before, we're not quite sure what was a good score. But now having played on it, runs in the pitch, like you said, so, we've had to up the target. So hopefully we can do that. We have a long batting lineup, and, if we all click, I think we can get close to that target.
Any changes in the morning team?
Dev gets a break. Bilal comes back in, and Siraj takes a break for Ronak.
All the best in the game.
Thank you.
That is it from us here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Match day number 4, match number 8. Tanzania versus Uganda. Don't go away from your screens. Action starts at 1:45 local time.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody to East Africa Trophy here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Tanzania winning the toss and electing to bowl first against Team Uganda. Lovely sunny afternoon here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Roger Mukasa opening the batting for Team Uganda once again. 6 matches, 6 innings, 89 being his highest, which he played today morning. 179 runs he scored throughout this tournament so far. 150 to his name, strike rate of 149, just decimals shy of that 150. With his partner Simon Sisazi. And opening the bowling attack for Team Tanzania is Mohammed Yunus, jersey number 91. Here he is charging in, ball number 1. Lovely ball, and picks him up. Very fast delivery, took the outside edge. Starts off with a bang. Mohammed Yunus picking up the very first wicket, very first ball. A dream start to the bowling innings. Roger Mukasa, the high scoring today, has to return to the dugout. Diamond duck for him. What a start this is. I'd like to introduce my co-commentator, Leonard Namburo. Welcome, Leonard.
You're welcoming me with the wicket there of the first ball of the big man, Roger Mukasa. Unfortunately, not even close to that ball, getting his hands away from the body and taking that outside edge. And good catch from the slip there. Lovely afternoon. We are witnessing here Tanzania winning the toss and opting to bowl first. And these are the results. First ball dismissing the dangerous looking Roger Mukasa. Lovely piece of bowling from Tanzania here. Now comes in Lutaya Ronald. He has been in this situation a couple of times and making sure that he puts Uganda in a good position now. Can he do that again? Remember the other day when I was talking about positive things and negative performance here. This is what we've talked after scoring 89 the previous game. A couple of minutes again, the second game comes in. Obviously, confidence has taken him over. Then that leads to those era of overconfidence, thinking about how you've performed well. 120 runs here from Ronald Lutaya. 43 runs is the highest. Can he look to convert today? Why not? He has been given a chance early on. Settle in. And this is what... up and over. The first ball straight, cut away to the boundary. First 4 of the game here. First 4 for Uganda versus Tanzania. It is the second game of the East Africa Trophy on the new Gahanga 2 ground here. So it has hosted 2 international ground matches starting today. 1 in the morning and this is the second one. And there you see, there he goes up and over for the cut. There's no one in that region for runs. It is very much needed for Uganda.
ball was played in the air. The fielder had to run to the deep. Ivan Suleimani doing a brilliant job there. Stops it from coming back. Three runs they stole from that steady start by the Ugandans from after having lost the big player, the very first delivery. Wasn't well guided by Ronald. And now, after having lost that first wicket, we've got two left-handed batters on the pitch. Lovely looking delivery there. Played it watchfully, Simon Sisazi. Eventful over this has been, Leonard. Starting with a wicket first up, then a boundary, then 3 runs, which seemed like half a chance, but lots of running had to be done on that particular delivery. And then 2 dot balls. Short ball there, straight to the fielder, but the Ugandans are very quick between the wickets. End of the first over, 8 runs on board, 1 wicket down, our Team Uganda.
Salum Ali Jumbe comes in to bowl from the red end, coming into bowl the second over. Interesting to see how many runs Uganda are looking for to put here. We saw them putting 192 for 6 wickets in the morning against Rwanda. Now they're taking on Tanzania. How much more can they put? We know Tanzania are also good at chasing. Very much so. You wouldn't want to put less runs on the board. They need to put a lot of runs so that it makes it hard for them to come and chase. We've talked about this ground here being one of the quickest between the 2 grounds here. And so once you play proper cricket shows and find those gaps, it's easy for you to access that boundary that you are looking for each and every time. So it's going to be interesting to see now. Cesazi Simon on strike.
Again, what sort of an advantage does Uganda have, having played on this pitch earlier today and now having a completely different opposition against them? What sort of advantage does it bring to them?
Fortunate runs there coming in for Uganda. The ball ricocheting from the stumps there. Ricocheting from the stumps, I beg your pardon. And it went there. They managed to pick that single presence of mind there from Simon Sesazi, realizing that again. So this is what you want from the batters. Yeah, it's the advantage for Uganda is Uganda have played on this wicket. They've seen how it behaves. They understand it better than Tanzania now. So it is them that needs to set the tone. Again, it has been twice there on the same wicket batting first again. So it's them now at the present time that are at advantage because they've got better knowledge so far than Tanzania here.
And knocks him over with a pitch of a delivery. Castled is Ronald Lutaya with his short stay at the crease. He's got to depart for 7 runs, having faced just 2 deliveries. Heads down, disappointment by Ronald Lutaya. And the second wicket goes down for Team Uganda. With that, we've got the big man, Ronak Patel, striding in.
Just look at that there. No footmen close at the ball, so if you're playing around the legs there, the off stump exposed, the back leg stuck on the crease there. Look, now the shadow playing the proper shot. So if he just moved and get himself behind the line of that ball, he was going to play that ball where he wanted. So lovely piece of bowling from Salum Ali there. This is what I've been always talking about. Each time the bowlers are bowling, attacking the stumps, always asking questions. You miss, I hit. This is what T20 is all about as a bowler, especially when you are playing to where you're not getting any form of swing. So it's all about attacking the stumps each and every time. Welcome back after lunch here, Landry. Rurangwa, you have been at the toss. You've spoken to the two captain, I presume. Feed us through.
Thank you for the welcome, Leonard. At the toss there, Captain Big Patwa won the toss as usual. How many runs do they want to restrict to Uganda on? Same response, same answer, as low as we can. And Brian Masawa is looking to score 190. Asked him why in the morning he had said they wanted to score 150 and why now 190, and he was like, we've played on the pitch and we've seen how the ground is. We feel we can score this 190. Here they are, 9 for 2 before the second over is done.
The pitch is playing all sorts of different tricks, but again, you've got to understand from the point of view of the Ugandans, the Tanzanians beat them last time by chasing down a high total. So coming off that feet, it's never easy. You've got to set the score high up there for the opposition to be challenged in the second half. So far, watchfully playing is Ronak Patel. Simon Sezazi, having faced 4 deliveries, is on 2 runs. Taking his time. The early fall of wickets, adding pressure to the batting pair. Off the pads there. Another dot ball. 3 dot balls on the trot by Salum Ali Jumbe.
Ali Jumbe has been disciplined this over. Picked a wicket, big one of Ronald Rutaya, who sets the pace usually, scoring at a high strike rate. Very good shot from Ronak Patel on the back foot. And that is it. From what looked like a good over of 1 run, it is 5 runs. Not a bad over to get rid of Ronald Lutaya. Coach looking at that shot placement to perfection. In the morning we were talking about cricketing shots. This is the pitch and the ground for Ronak Patel because of his capabilities of placing the ball and playing in the gaps.
Very, very well placed there by Ronak Patel. Very pleasing to the eyes. Beautiful looking shot that was. With the fielders within the infield, the ball will always race to the boundary and win.
That is something that Ronak Patel is good at there, the placement. Coming up there with a clear plan. Now he comes in when they need to reconstruct, consolidate the innings here, bet around each other there, get a big partnership going on. Here the last wicket there was taken by of Ronald Lutaya, 7 of 3 balls taken by Salum Ali Jumbe. Lovely piece of bowling there, attacking the stumps. So Ronak, the big man here, has got a big job to do here. We know he's capable of doing that. So this is the time that he needs to come and redeem himself. In the other game, last on Tuesday, he scored a half century again for his team, seeing his team off the finishing line. He didn't manage to get there, but at least that inning was a massive big difference between the two. Now, can he repeat the same thing here again Tanzania are on cloud 9 so far here, having claimed those 2 wickets early on. Can they also maintain? Mohamed Yunis is to continue to bowl his second over here. He's the one who started it. Early breakthrough of the first ball of the innings.
Mohamed Yunus coming in. Beautiful looking shot. A very, very hard flash by that man Ronak Patel. Adding on valuable runs for Team Uganda. If there's someone who can bring balance to the Ugandan side after the early dismissals of their batsmen, it is the big man Ronak Patel. Playing proper shots here. He's struck 2 beautiful looking boundaries so far. And alongside him, he'll be seeking support by his partner, Simon Sesazi. Again, opening up the face at the very last moment. Great, great hand-eye coordination by Ronak Patel there. Projected score you see on the screen, 144. We're into the third over, just 18 runs on board for the loss of 2 wickets. Lovely looking dab there by Simon. Rotating the strike. That's what Ronak Patel is well known for. He keeps rotating the strike, keeps ticking the scoreboard. Someone like Ronak Patel, Leonard, what would be the strategy to bowl at him, having known that you've picked up 2 early wickets and the side is under pressure?
Full and straight, man. Just look for that full yorker every time, a quick one. That is the one we've seen him being dismissed twice with that delivery again. The other one, I think Salom Jumbe is the one who also managed to do that. That's exactly what you just need to do. So even Ali Kamote the other day, troubling him again with those fuller deliveries. If you look at these 9 runs that he have scored, a lot of these runs have come square off the wicket, freeing his arms either off the back foot or in front with offered. So it's something that you just need to take it away. The other time, Randi was speaking about guys trying to make him drive to mid-off and mid-on. I've never seen any bowlers trying to employ that tactic of making sure that he drive to mid-off and mid-on, where you can actually see that he's not strong in that region. So it's something that bowlers need to pick up and come up with that plan. That's the only way you can get rid of a player like him again. If you are someone who bowls short, again, it has to be short and well directed, a quicker one. You see the previous one here, it was not well timed, because it was well directed, but you need better of that. Again, it has to be on the body line. The moment you offer width for him to stretch his arms, he can get the better of you.
And again, the number of games that each side will be playing against the oppositions, having limited amount of teams to play against here, will also be an advantage to all the sides trying to gain information about certain countries. And you get to learn their tactics, you get to learn their weaknesses. That's the name of the game. You've got to move ahead with information on hand and prepare accordingly on given day. With the times to come, we'll be also checking into the net run rates of the teams and how they go about finishing the games. If they are in a comfortable position, you should look forward to finishing it as soon as possible. Beautiful looking shot once again, and what a boundary that was. The fielder had his feet to it, but not his hands, unfortunately, for Tanzania. 4 more runs to Team Uganda. Ronak Patel.
Width on offer. Created the room for himself. I think the plan is clear from Ali Kimote. Try and ball not in the body line. Top of off stump. Hit the deck very hard. Because that's the only way. Line and length that Leonard has been asking for is given. And Ronak is not able to take a single. As Zaid, you were saying, these teams have played each other 6 times last year. In December, Rwanda had played Tanzania 7 times in Dar es Salaam. And now they're going to play each other again 6 times. Lovely shot from Ronak Patel. Gets his hands on that. And it races away for a boundary. Signaled by Eric Tusabimungu Hirgwa, former captain for Rwanda.
Beautiful looking shot that was. Over covers for 4. Ronak Patel sighting the ball. He's got his eyes in. The moment he was bowled at that length, his eyes lit up and he gave it some elevation to get past the infield. And plays it on the leg side this time. The chase is on. The fielder will get to it. Jumbe gets to the ball and they manage to pick up 2 quick runs. Lovely, lovely work there by Ronak. Good cricket all around. Lovely ball. Lovely flick onto the leg side. And great effort in the field.
Ali Kimote's over has gone for 10 in no time. And that is who Ronak Patel is. You don't see him scoring. You just see the scoreboard ticking. 20 runs in 13 balls. Even a much better strike rate than what he had in the previous games. 4 overs gone. 31 for 2. Uganda versus Tanzania.
According to the recent games that we've witnessed here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium in this East African trophy, what I can say is the Ugandan side, you'll find Ronak Patel being the main stem of their power plant. If there is a wicket to look forward to, it is the wicket of the big man, Ronak Patel, who's on 20 or 14 at the moment, and he builds his innings. That's the beauty of his game. He takes his time, doesn't rush it. And all the players that bat alongside him have the mutual understanding of building the innings rather than trying their luck and fishing for something that's not out there.
He's done a fantastic job in this tournament so far. Scored a 50 not out, a 40 yesterday. Full toss, punished. Very good looking shot from Simon Sesazi. Indications from umpire Simonio Jean-Claude.
Have a look at that. A full toss, and given the full treatment, goes for half a dozen, almost coming to the commentary tent here. And that's the sort of aggression Simon Sesazi is known for. Once he tames himself down and gets defensive. Very, very late leave there by Simon. Salum Ali Jumbe dragging him way outside off stump. And in the end, Simon just gives it away. Doesn't play the shot. Lets one go by. And that's the sort of maturity all players gain out of an experienced player like Ronak Patel at the crease.
Great piece of batting there from Simon Sesazi, guiding that through with all control.
Fortunate there, Simon Sesazi gets away with that. Doesn't matter which way the runs come, as long as they come. They've got to keep the scoreboard ticking. And these men out there in the middle are making sure the runs keep coming. And so far they've been coming healthily, starting off with a maximum the very first delivery. Saloom Ali, slower ball, rolling his fingers over the ball this time. Ronak Patel denies Simon Sesazi for a single there. Lets him know there is no run there. The fielder had the ball in hand. Lovely walk there by Ronak. Very, very impressive he's been. And Simon Sesazi on 11 of 9. Oh,
Ronak cannot believe he's just missed a cut shot. Looking at the hands and the bat, finding something to blame. But that was a gem of a delivery from Ali Saloom Jumbe.
absolutely. What a Jaffa. Went past the outside edge. Ronak Patel rushing that cut shot, I believe. Didn't get the timing right. This time around, plays it on the leg side. In full control for yet another boundary. Destruction by the big man. What a pull that was.
Got into the line, pulled it from the fifth stump. That is 4 more runs on Ronak's total 24 in 17. And Uganda 42 for 2 after 5 overs. It's going to be very interesting to see the last over of the power play from Ali Kimote, senior citizen in terms of bowling for Tanzania in this current team. Has some deadliest leg cutters and slow balls. And guess who is advising him? None other than Ivan Selemani, the man who's player of the match in the previous game, Uganda versus Tanzania. Scoring a half century at a strike rate of 233, Zaid.
They've got to put up a high score, Landry. They've got to put up a high score. You saw the destruction Ivan Selemani can cause alongside the skipper, Abik Patwa. They can get the gears rolling in a very quick fashion. Last time they chased a total, it was above 170.
Chasing 170 against Uganda, not easy on the first ground of Kahanga. Simon Sesazi doing the needful. 11 in 10, not trying to go hard after losing his partner. 2 partners indeed in Roger Mukasa and Ronald Lutaya. Still moving at 11.
But again,
in 11 balls, strike rate 100.
But again, Landry, someone like Simon Sesazi, once he doesn't allow his natural game to flow, you wouldn't want him to succumb to his defensive stroke play here. It'd be great to see him play his natural game despite having lost 2 early wickets.
Totally agree with you, but the main reason he is playing like this is because they've lost wickets and he knows he can accelerate anytime talk about acceleration, that's a lovely shot played in between point and third man. With a short third man, 4 runs. 46 for 2 with 3 balls to finish, with 2 balls to finish the power play.
It is hot here at Gahanga, and the Ugandan batters are turning on the heat even more as we come into the final 2 deliveries. Lovely looking delivery there by Ali Kimote. Good comeback. After 3 dot balls, he gave away just 1 boundary and then starts off again with yet another dot ball. Final delivery left of the over. 46 runs on board. 2 wickets down, Uganda.
Oh, what a ball. Lovely piece of bowling from Ali Kimote. Took off nicely. No width. Good to see. 46 for 2. I think this has been the first power play where the team has not scored a 50 in this tournament.
Little bit of chin music there. Well done in the end. Ali Kimote giving away just 4 runs, just that 1 boundary off the blade of Simon Sesazi. Otherwise, a very, very tight over indeed. 6 overs done here, 46 on board. Uganda moving at a steady current run rate of 7.67. Introduction of spin from the Mount End. Yalinde Morris started off with a wide, and then now he's given away just 1 run. 2 runs to his name. Be interesting to see how the Ugandans now take on the spin by Tanzania.
Yalinde Morris, the leading wicket taker for Tanzania, with 49 wickets. In just 1 year, he's been playing for the national team. Last year, he was unplayable in the Rwanda tour to Tanzania and the World Cup qualifiers that were held here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. He was not given a very good welcome in this tournament by the batters taking him on. He's been going at 9 per over. But let's see what he can do this afternoon. It's a new ground, new pitch. Let's make use of that.
Same tournament, Landry. The same heated tournament here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Courtesy of our proud sponsors, Dufferbet and East Africa Trophy. Bowling tight lines to Ronak Patel, not giving him any room to do what he does best. Not allowing him to rotate strike here. And again, the difference of standing positions between each side. Landry, you've got some information on that. Could you guide us through the standing positions of each teams in rankings?
Interesting that one. Rwanda being the lowest ranked team in this tournament. Very good cut shot from Ronak Patel, played towards Ail Kimote. This is the difference now between the two teams. The team that played in the morning, Roger was running twos easily in that same scenario. Unfortunately for Uganda, he's not the man on the crease this afternoon. But even the two men there are doing a fantastic job. They have repaired. Now it's time to continue from the pace, which they would love to see.
With that, Uganda have posted 50 runs on board, having lost 2 early wickets, but a great fight back. We're done with 7 overs here on the screen for people joining in, our live viewers around the world. Simon Sesazi is on 16 off 16, and Ronak Patel, who's been playing a fabulous, careful innings, a constructive innings by the big man, 26 off 22 deliveries. And a very decent over. That one was by Yalinde Maurice. Gave away just 4 runs, making a firm grip against the opposition.
Well played by Ronak Patel, 27 of 23. Talk about 23 number is where Uganda is standing currently. The highest ranked team in this tournament. ICC Men's T20 ranking. Uganda at 23rd position behind USA and ahead of Jersey. Second highest ranked team in this tournament is Tanzania with 102 points at number 30. Two teams taking each other on here, 7 positions in between. And Rwanda with 31 points at the 62nd position in the world. There is a big gap in terms of rankings in these teams. But the Rwandan team has been doing a not easy job. We'll all agree that they can even do a much better job. But they've been giving some hard time to these teams, yet they are miles apart in terms of ranking. Being able to register a win the other day against Tanzania, a team that is ranked 32 places ahead of you, is something worth a push.
Very well said there, Landry. Ronak Patel trying to play it on the leg side this time, fails to make the connection. It was a full delivery there by Sanjay Kumar. Boom. He's targeting a certain area here. Great stuff there, Landry, factually speaking. Another fun fact I would like to mention, Team Uganda being the second team in the world to play the most number of T20 internationals after India in a year.
That is itself a message to everyone, every opponent, that we are here to play cricket, learn, grow, and become better players. Kudos to the whoever that is behind Uganda Cricket Association. Not very easy. You listen to people talking about Uganda and India in the same group. The strong man Ivan there.
Giving a scare there to our on-field official, Sibonio, saving his feet and his body. We need our officials. Very valuable they are to our game. The likes of Sibonio, who's also the president of RUSA. The umpiring Rwanda group of scorers and officials. Sibonio, the big man, not so big in stature, but very, very big within his group there. Speaking of big, his partner, Eric Hirwa, former national team captain of Rwanda, has gotten his role to stay alongside the game.
.56 for 2 after 8 overs. The current run rate is 7. Tanzania will feel they've done a very good job in terms of bowling. Yalinde Morris to continue. The boss grafts that one on the leg side. Yalinde will have to do the fielding of his own bowling. That's how he starts things off. Earlier in the morning, Leonard, you were mentioning how Tanzania, I beg your pardon, Uganda was getting a boundary every first ball.
Yeah, they did that very well. But now, if you look at this game now, that is the other advantage of a team coming to play second now. Look at the jammer. That should be gone here, gone there. He just took off the wicket there. I don't know. And Ronak Patel looks surprised. I'm telling you, even us here were surprised with that takeoff of the ball. But credit again goes to Yalinde. Again, we've talked about Ronak not playing anything that is straight on his, in front of his body there. That is where Yalinde has been looking to bowl again. 30 runs off 26 deliveries from the big man. 5 fours in that runs that he has scored. So lovely piece of bowling there. But that takeoff, if you look at it again, check there. It just took off out of nowhere. You look at it, that bounce, awkward bounce. But again, if you look at the position that Ronak was also in again, backing away from the stumps, going more to the leg side, delivered there. Look at that. The position is the one that is important now. He was not in a good position to play that shot whatsoever. Yes, the ball took off, but it's all about positioning yourself behind the ball every time. Try to play the ball as much closer as you can. But good breakthrough again. Tanzania, 57 for the loss of 3 wickets, Landry.
I'll tell you, Leonard, these are the days where a batting team needs to work hard because everything is going against them. They have tried so hard to rebuild the innings. But now everything lies on these two. There are those days in the ground where you know any mistake, slight mistake, I will be gone as a batter. And there are other days when you know I've given one chance twice, they've never taken it. You feel you are a bit relaxed. But Tanzania has been disciplined. This is the same pitch that was used in the morning and the team scored 190.
Discipline is the key word that you've said here, and I agree 100% with you there. Discipline. Again, then look at that run-out chance. Oh! Missed by miles. He was not anywhere closer. I don't know why the keeper went for that hard throw. The only simplest thing he could have done is just to throw underarm. I'm telling you, to Chet there was just behind the stumps. If he had done that simple job, we would have seen Uganda being on 57 for 4 here. I'm telling you, chance missed here.
I've told you, if I was in Uganda's dugout now, I'd know any slight mistake. Look at that. Another chance of a run out, and this is Alpesh Ramjani, the game changer of every day. He's picked just one player of the match award, but he's been part of the performers in every game. So now, any slight mistake is getting into results. But again, Tanzania has also failed to capitalize on the 2 mistakes that Ramjani has done in the previous 2 balls.
Yes, I'm telling you, you're correct there. They failed to capitalize on those 2 chances that have come their way. They've been gifted to them so easily, but they failed to receive the gifts. He gets off the strike again now. Alpesh has been struggling, facing 3 deliveries to get that 1 run he's been looking for. But that again goes back to Yalinde Morris. disciplined bowling, but not Yalinde alone. All the Tanzanian bowlers are up to now into these 9 overs. They've bowled very, very well. Again, look at that bounce again. I don't know what Yalinde is getting off this wicket here, Landry.
Yet to know, he possesses an arm that releases from a different angle than the other bowlers, and him being a left arm spinner is also an advantage. Not as an advantage to bowling to the left-handers, but he's a good bowler. He's a leading wicket taker for a reason. And talk about people bowling away from the batters. Patwa decides to bring Kasim Nasoro Chete to bowl to the left-handers. An off-spinner. No one will ever forget the win of Tanzania against Uganda in 2018. Kasim Nasoro Chete being player of the match, picking 5 wickets. He's here. Same team. Uganda has had a lot of changes in that team. Tanzania never made so many. Only the inclusion of Amal Rajivani. Definitely the destructive Ivan Selemani. And Takur. No is the call. This is the 3rd time that Alpesh has reached halfway and came back. At the end of the day, if he gets a run out, it will be not very good.
Yes, not good communication between the two there so far. And that all are the results of the pressure that has been applied by Tanzania. Even if you are to compare the fielding again, Tanzania fielding again, ground fielding, catching again, it's also been exceptionally very, very well. And that is what they've done very well. And that is when you go back now to the rankings that you've been talking about. This is where now the difference is showing between a number 30 and a number 23 and a number 62. You understand? That is where the difference is. So there's a lot of work to be done. It's not like Rwanda is not going to close in the game, but they've need to do a lot of work there in terms of their performance as a team, especially when you are in a position to win. You make sure that you got to capitalize that. So those are some of the things that they should be learning. Again, 53, 59 here for the loss of 3 wickets into halfway of the innings. Up and over. Oh, just got a touch on it. Again, Kasim Nasoro Chete. He had gotten his men there. But unfortunately, the ball was hit with power. It managed just to go through the fingers there. If he had done that, I'm telling you, Alpesh Ramjan would have seen himself. Alpesh Ramjan would have seen himself again joining the other guys, 3 that are sitting in the dugout here.
Look at that oval, Leonard. 3 runs off it, and look at how hard they've had to work. Played in the air to the safest hands in the team, Ivan Selemani. And Alpesh Ramjani today will not be the performer with the bat for Uganda. Tanzania wins the battle, bringing an off-spinner, and they get a wicket.
Alpesh Ramjani has to depart after his brief stay at the crease, and that is due to the effect of dot balls early on into the over, and Kasim Chete keeping it extremely tight and consistent with his line and length there, forcing the Uganda batsman to go for the aerial route, and slight bit of mistiming there. Slight bit of mistiming there, and into the hands of the fielder he found himself. Uganda 62 for the loss of 4. We're done with 10 overs here. Halfway mark. Projected score keeps stooping low and low as every ball goes by. With that follow wicket, we've got Kenneth Waiswa joining Simon Sesazi, who's still out there in the middle. And now
Zaid Khan, what do you think should be the plan for Uganda now going forward?
Simple. They'd like to play out the overs here and keep the scoreboard ticking and still seek for a partnership. I always emphasize on that word, partnerships. Keep building the innings and bring you to a challenging total. Oh, sneaky little paddle sweep there. And it goes the distance just using the pace of Alinde Morris.
Simon Sesazi, the boss, taking matters into hands slowly. 26 in 24 in a game where the other batters have failed to bat. 68 for 4 in 10 overs with 3 balls remaining to finish the 11th. Yalinde Morris has been a very good bowler this afternoon. Picked 1 wicket, but look at the score, 12. We've not seen this often in this week. He will continue to bowl to Simon Sesazi.
Landry is speaking some Kiswahili in the comment box. I don't know whatever he's saying, but you just see the Jumbe on the boundary just laughing big at him, which means it means something good to him there. Another single taken off the legs. You said Simon Sesazi, the boss. He need to show here today that he is the boss, because they really need him to be bossing around there. 69 for 4. We are going into the 11th over here, finishing up the 11th over. So he needs to be the boss here. Sesazi, Kenneth Waiskwa, you have seen, he has done a fantastic job for Uganda with the ball. Again, can he do the same thing now with the bat? He is very, very much capable of doing that now. This is the time that he needs to do that.
Very interesting. There might be a chance there between Chete and Abik Patwa to get rid of him. He gets on the back foot, grafts that. But as you're saying, Uganda has been given a lot of good platforms with the bat. The opening batters doing a fantastic job. The middle order coming in and doing a fantastic job, and leaving Kenneth in the last overs to come and try and hit boundaries. That has been working since they arrived here. Now is the time for Kenneth to play another long innings and give a chance to people like his captain Brian Masawa and Sebanja Jonathan to come in at the back of the innings and try and go quickly. It has always been not easy for Kenneth to play spin. He hits pace bowlers very easily, but spinners giving a chance somewhere in between their point and short third. And if you look at the ground now, you will see very well played and even better running. Here Linde not able to pick at the first time.
It is the Davabet East Africa Trophy here. I'd like also to support your point that you've said Uganda has been getting a lot of good stats by the top order better. So that means the middle order has not been exposed much to this challenge here. So they don't know exactly what to do now. So this is the time now for them to come, because they've not been exposed a lot. So it's going to be hard for them again to utilize. If you look at it now, every time I keep talking about the graveyard here. So it seems like Uganda are now the ones that have been put in the graveyard. They've been quiet in terms of how they've been scoring runs. We're not seeing a lot of bounders coming in now. Yes, they are rotating here and there, but 3 or 2 dot balls in every over that Tanzania is bowling. Look at Chete again, that ball popping off the bat of Simon Sesazi. So every dot ball that is being squeezed 2 or 3 by Tanzania is making sure that Uganda keeps quiet. They have been going at around 9 and 10 and over when they started, but now they've gone down to 6. Goes for the sweep, and that's a good shot there. I'm telling you, that's a good shot. I think he has heard me talking about not scoring bounders for some time now. Then next up, he goes for that trademark of his 4 runs. It is to the total there, Andre.
4 runs it is to the total. Leonard, you're a coach, I know you've always been asking either Sarah or Giselle to bat the last overs. Take responsibility. This is what Simon is doing. Whoever's just turned the TV on might be thinking Simon is going slow. But compared to the column of wickets they've lost, he is not going slow. He's playing decently. 31 in 28, and from here he can accelerate anytime. Remember, he scored his first T20 century against Tanzania. He still thinks and believes he can do that.
Definitely that is a confidence booster on him there. Another decent over for Uganda here. So far they've managed to score 6 runs. They have been quiet for some time, I'm telling you. Tanzania has done a fantastic job with the fielding. I'm telling you, is amazing. I'm telling you, you can give them their heads there. Give them the credit. They've done a fantastic job in terms of fielding here. So Uganda needs to make sure that they dig deeper and go in. A lovely piece of bowling from Kasim Chete. End of over number 12 here. 76 for the loss of 4 wickets. Uganda being sent in to bat after Tanzania winning the toss. Current partnership is 14 of 12 deliveries here. Kennedy Waisa 2 of 3, and Simon says as 12 of 9 deliveries, being the major contributor here.
Bit of some homework done by the man, former captain of Kenya in the World Cup, Jimmy Kamande, and his team. Definitely the captain, a big patwa. They have bowled 3 spinners now, and even looking at the pace bowlers, they're not trying to bowl quick, just their line length, and it has resulted into 76 for 4 in 12 overs, giving them a chance to compete. Sanjay Kumar Thakur, boom, comes back to bowl to Simon Sesazi. First ball, back foot drive. 2 is the call. Lovely fielding from Yunus.
Sanjay Kumar Boom coming from the mountain here, and the difference is coming through the rest day that we've had here through the tournament. The coaches and the captain Ambik Patwa having enough time to settle down and figure out ways to tackle each opposition here, and they've been doing that brilliantly so far, having won the toss, elected to bowl first, trying to figure out the nature of the new wicket. They've never played on this field, never played on this pitch, so very good decision to take the bowling attack first.
Very well said. It's always important to bowl first when you play on a ground that you don't know. But I'll tell you some other interesting fact here is that this ground is closer to the conditions in Tanzania than the Gahanga 1 ground. And I would love Leonard to be able to ask that to Captain Abik after the game. What's the difference between the 2 grounds? Because they look like a team that is playing at home. They are not trying to turn the ball, but with the slow pitches that they have, bowling slower, pulling the batters. It's either a strategy they've got against Uganda. Lovely shot from Kenneth Waiswa on one knee. Hit straight. They're taking 2. They're home safely.
So basically what my co-commentator Landry is trying to say is that the distance from here to Dar es Salaam is just 1 floor away, from Gahanga A to Gahanga B. Jokes aside, they've felt comfortable on this pitch so far. pulled, but there is protection there. Well-placed fielder.
82 for 4 is what we were normally seeing after 8 overs. And now this is the 13th gone. But I'll tell you, my man there, Simon Cesars, has done a fantastic job. 34 in 33. He needs to start getting more aggressive, not throwing his wicket away, but running hard, taking twos, placing the ball, picking boundaries. We've seen how electric this outfield is. It's time to find a plan for these spinners. He's done a good job trying to rebuild the innings. Played with everyone who came in. And now he needs to take charge as the boss.
He's on, Uganda is on 82. And like every score you see on board, Landry, there's always one individual who's the backbone of the innings. And from the looks of it, it looks like Simon Sesazi is the backbone of this innings for Uganda. Out of 82 runs, 34 of them are his. So that shows you the value he possesses to the side of Uganda.
After missing that one, Kenneth Waiswa looking in pain. I think he overstretched there. Look at that scorecard. Ronak Patel, 30 in 27. Strike rate, 111. Simon Sesazi, 103 strike rate. On 34 in 33 balls. He's played with everyone there. You'll feel that this is giving Tanzania a better chance to compete in this game, because they chased 170. It's going to be interesting to see how they go about whatever that Uganda puts on in this first innings. With 7 overs to go, anything can happen. Uganda can rebuild and put a very good score as well.
Very interesting to see. Apart from just 2 batsmen of the Uganda side, the rest have failed to cross the single-digit mark. Rearrangements in the field by Tanzania. Getting on with the play once again. Kasim Chete was given away 10 runs, has picked up 1 wicket into his 3rd over. Very impressive with the ball in the hand. Keeping it tight, but not this time around. Plays it on the leg side. It is played in the gap. And a much needed boundary. A sigh of relief for Kenneth Waiswa. I believe the hit might have woken him up, and now he's placed that ball, creating scoring opportunities.
Short ball to Kenneth Waiswa is a very big mistake. Played that one very well. Jumbe takes no time to bring it back. There's a slight difference from the Ugandan batting this afternoon. And I'll tell you, thanks to Roger Mukasa in the morning, 89 at a strike rate of 170. That was a gem of an innings. to a man who has a century in Kigali in club cricket and won Amara Giovanni there in a very quiet appeal. The sun that is out here in Kigali is not easy for anyone. 29 degrees. Quick one. And even a finer job by Simon Sesazi to rotate the strike. 35 in 35. Tanzania have done a very good job in keeping the boss quiet.
From here on, do you believe it is the right call to play out the full 7 overs at the same pace, or would you like them to accelerate through the remaining innings?
I think that's what they're trying to do. If you see the intention now running between the wickets, they're running a bit harder. They want to up the score, and with the wickets in hand, 6 wickets in hand, trust the batters to up the run rate. If they can go to 8 and 9 in the next 3 overs, they'll have given themselves a chance.
Sanjay Kumar back into the attack from the mount end, keeping it tight there, and very, very watchful is Kenneth Waiswa. And the man, the boss, Simon Sesazi himself, 35 of 35, both playing at a strike rate of 100 and wouldn't want to go below that. Paddles it this time, and it goes for a boundary using the pace of Sanjay Kumar. And it has crossed the gates of Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Just using the pace there. Oh, lovely piece of batting there. Down on one knee. In the safest of areas, no fielder to protect that boundary.
Kenneth Waiswa, the go-to man for Uganda. 16 in 13 balls now. Look at that shot off the blade. Good effort in the field, but that is 4 more runs on the total. Zaid, you're asking about upping the run rate. Kenneth Waiswa has been listening to you, and it just does that. 8 runs in 4 balls, 2 more balls to go to finish the over.
Can't blame him, Landry. The voice of Zaid can be quite influential at times. The message was clear to him. With that, Uganda are 2 runs shy of the 100 mark. 4 wickets down they are. Final delivery of Sanjay Kumar's 3rd over. Watchfully played once again by Simon Sesazi. That's the end of the 15th over. Just 5 overs left. Do you take the gamble and go hard this remaining 5 overs, or do you remain watchful throughout the innings from here on?
If you look at it now, we are talking about having 30 deliveries left here now. These two batters are well set now. Simon on 35 of 36 and Kenneth on 20 of 15. And these two guys are well capable enough of going big again. So this is the time. They've done the consolidation job. They've done the restructuring job. They've done everything that in their position that requires them to do. So now they need to start stepping up. It's either one of them need to say, I have to go. Simon has been there for quite some time. He has been there since over number 1. So it's up to him now to say, now let me step up and go for the big hits. If you look at this ground here, I'm telling you, anything that is less than 150 or 140 on this particular ground in outfield, that is not going to be an easy score to defend. So they need to make sure that one of these two guys, especially Simon, who has been there since over number one, needs to make sure that he steps up the gear, start getting those bounders that they're looking for. And change of bowling here from the road end now. Ali Kimote comes in to bowl. You've seen him bowling a couple of balls. Like I said it yesterday, a day before yesterday. I'm like, if you look at figures of Ali Kimote, it does not show the true reflection of how quality of a bowler he is now, because he has been a subject of misfields, he has been a subject of drop catches, he has been a subject of those Chinese cut shots. So he's one of a decent bowler here. And if you look at, again, if you are to compare the other games, again, Uganda seems to be looking like a different team, again, that has played all those 5 matches here. They've been put under the throat here by Tanzania, finding themselves at 98 for the loss of 4 wickets into the 16th over. It looks like it's a different Uganda that has been playing in the other games before. Dot balls at this point of time are not going to help Uganda, especially going forward. Use of the feet, slow ball from Ali Kimote. He's also good at doing this mix up of pace, Landry. Here, this is what you need, especially at the deep end of the innings. Now we are getting into the end of the innings, the last few overs where batters feel like they want to go big, and now you bring all those slow balls, those cutters again. This is what Ali Kimote has done very well, particularly in these 2 deliveries, mixing up of pace.
If you look at how Ali Kimote has been bowling in the previous matches, going at around 10 per over, today he's bowled 2.2 overs, went for 14 runs. He's changing the pace. Very well played there by Kenneth Waiswa. You've got to allow that to happen. If you are looking for that Yorker length, you need to have a deep fine leg, because anything the batter touches will be going that side. Look at that. The fine leg is in, and that is 4 runs. Had he been out, it was going to be a single. Bowling a Yorker, you need a fine leg, you need a third man, because any placement or even shot, lovely cut shot from Kenzo. 4 more runs, make that 18, 4 balls. But nothing wrong that Ali has done. He's been bowling brilliantly, just a little bit. That over, that 4 boundary there.
Yeah, look at that again. With offered, with taken there, that is something that he did not do very well. He has been bowling fantastically well again, like pace off there, but did not stop them from taking that single. The mid-wicket area has got a big gap there. There's no one in that particular position. But again, going to what you've said here, the planning, again, in terms of bowling, is especially in this over for Ali Kimote, was not up to scratch. The execution, the idea was fine, but the execution of those deliveries was poor now, because you're having a mid-off, you're having a fine leg inside, you're having a third man inside, then you are looking to bowl full. Anything that comes off the edge, it goes to the boundary. So he got a bowl according to the... He can afford to be bowling to his field set here. He has got a deep extra cover. He has got a long on and long off and a deep square leg. So this is where he should be looking to bowl at leg again. Smart there from Simon Sezazi. Look at that ram shot there. Landry, lovely to see.
Very well played by Simon Sesazi to end things here for Ali Kimote. 13 runs in that over. Look at that. And again, trying to bowl full Yorkers without a fine leg, and the third man is a bit suicidal here, because you're trying to make the batsman play in front of you, but anything he touches, that could have been a 2 or even a single. Mostly a single, because it was a slow ball. The feel that third man could have had some time to attack the ball. But that is it. Ali Kimote's over has ended, and now it's time for Yalinde Maurice to ball.
Good single there taken by Simon, by Kenneth Waiswa. He knows exactly what he's doing. Is very well bringing Simon Sezazi on strike. They always say it's not how you start that matters, it's how you finish. That says a lot about who you are as a team or as an individual. Yeah, Tanzania started very, very well here again, but now we're going to the finishing up of these job. Boundaries are starting to leak again on the legs. The Yalinde misfield allows them to come back for two comfortably. We haven't seen this from Tanzania. This is the first time we see a misfield on the boundary. They've been tidy throughout this entire innings. But now, because we are getting to the end of the innings, obviously pressure comes in. Batters are starting in to push in and squeeze in a lot of quick singles there. But you just need to do the simple thing again, trying to fire up that yoga on the legs. But this time didn't get the line right. No touch of the pad or the bat from the batter there. Umpire Sibonio signaling wide. Yeah, so which means Yalinde has to rebowl that ball again.
115 for 4 with 4 balls to finish the 17th. Simon steps down, plays that. They won't be taking the second because Mr. Ali Kimote has thrown that back faster than the way it came. If you talk about the bowling changes from Tanzania, they've done a fantastic job. If you look at it, Martin of Rwanda and Ali Kimote has been going at the same rate in power plays. Today we see Clinton bringing Martin after power play, and he plays fantastically. He bowls very well. And a big Patwa decides to open with Yunus and Jumbe for Ali Kimote to come and bowl after power play, which he's done very fantastically. Very good shot from Kenny, straight to Islemani. That would be a single to end. Beg your pardon, one more ball to end the 17th over.
The spectators are not safe there. Simon Sezazi going there, committing himself early into the shot, knowing exactly where he wanted to hit that ball, and he gets a maximum. He sits on 46 after 40 deliveries here now. The gear has been stepped on here by Uganda. Simon Sezazi and Waiswa Kenneth. Look at the setup of that shot, premeditating a bit early. And what he did well there is getting behind and getting under that ball. And that is what he did very, very well here, Simon Sezazi.
And once again, what really allows them to free their arms is the partnership between Simon Sezazi Look at that partnership contribution of 48 and 31 respectively by Kenneth Waiswa and Simon Sezazi. 31 of 23 balls and 28 of 19. Partnership of 61 of 42 deliveries. The revival of the Ugandan side through this partnership. Brilliant, I must say. Worth each and every applaud that they get out of this. The score reads 1-2-3-4. 123 for the loss of 4 wickets into the 17th over. 3 overs remain here. On the leg side, hit hard. There is protection in the deep, so they come to pick up just a single. Good understanding between them, not risking it for a double, not trying to take on that arm of the fielder in the deep. from this situation, if Team Uganda are to get anywhere around that 140, 145, 150 mark, it will be something they can try to defend. Takes a big edge, and it goes to the boundary. A very, very impressive half century by Simon Sesazi. An innings he has built patiently. The boss gets to a 50 with Lady Luck on his side this time around. Gets that thick edge and it races away.
Lovely shot there from Simon. No many move. The covers can only just watch the ball passing through them. Poor bowling again from Salumi Ali here. He should have done a bit more better with that delivery. Anything that is bowled full there. Now we've seen Cesazi stepped up the gear. Now he's going there. Look at that.
Eye-hand coordination, placement to the best, playing it towards his dugout. Ali Salum Jumbe to continue. Simon Sesazi is dealing in boundaries, but there is a field protection there. Very good job done by Takur. We are talking about his innings being special and even the key to steady this innings of Uganda. He has been moving at 100 strike rate from the beginning, and now he's going slowly because he's on 57 or 43. If he continues to bat, bit of innovation from Kenzo. If Simon plays the last over, Leonard is going to be at around 150 or even 160 strike rate.
Definitely, if these two remain there, this is where it's going to end on. Tries to go big there. Lovely piece of bowling from Alice Salum Jumbe to close off the over with a single. Yes, it has gone for 11 runs. But Uganda need to start stepping up a bit more now. 18 overs gone here, 134 for 4. Current partnership 72 of 48 delivered as a good one. Kenneth Wise 38 of 26 and Simon Sesazi 37 of 22. A lovely piece of contribution there. That is what you want from your middle order batters. The last wicket of Apesh Ramjan falling for 4 caught Ivan Seleman and bowled by Kasim Chete. That is the last time we saw a wicket falling. And then from there upwards, nothing. Tournaments boundaries here. 205 fours and 84 sixes. In 4 days, I'm telling you, and you still have got a long way to go. This tournament is ending on the 31st of August, and today is the 24th. So you've got around about 6 days again of fantastic cricket here that we should be watching. Now comes in to bowl is Mohamed Yunis. He has bowled fantastically, very well. He had 2 overs, conceding 16 and taking 1 wicket. Goes for the fuller one, looking for that yorker. But he can only find misfield for the first time in this tournament to see Ivan Suleimani making those errors. You've never seen that happening to a man like him. Unfortunate for him there. And fortunate enough for Uganda, those are 4 runs to start off the over of Mohamed Yunis. Look there, looking for that yorker, but Kenneth Waisko having to wait for that delivery, making sure that he watches it all the way. And then, unfortunately for Ivan Seleman, again, this one is huge. The banana plantation takes that catch. Lovely piece of bet there from Kenneth Waisko. He has been fantastic with the ball again. Now look at the finish here. This is what you want. As long as you keep wickets in hand, you are also bound to be having those strong finishes here again. Now, I've been talking about the graveyard. Now it has been shifted back to Tanzania now, are the one that have been put into the graveyard here by these two gentlemen here. Waiswa Kenneth on 43 of 28 and Simon Sezazi on 57 of 43 deliveries. Landry, first 2 balls here of this over, 10 runs.
5 more to go. Yunus will need to do something to change this. Kenneth Waiswa dealing with boundaries only. He glanced that on the leg side, and it is 4 more. 10 runs in the first 2, make it 14 in the first 3, Leonard. .47 in 29. That is the game changer for Uganda, Kenneth Waiswa.
You've been doing that very, very well for his team there. Look at that shot there. Knowing that there's no one in that deep mid-wicket region there. Square leg is inside the circle. The moment it passes him again, it goes for 4. And again, not smart bowling there again from Yunus Mohammed. You should be bowling a bit more wider. Attack that off stump, get those cutters in. Yeah. So, but if the more quicker you bowl, the more it goes to the boundary. Yeah, so change of action comes round. Again, one bounce straight into the fielder's end. They came back for 2, and they get it comfortably. That is 50. No, sorry. I spoke too early. That is 49 runs here for Kenny.
I've been talking about a deep, fine leg. More so square leg. Because you're bowling full and straight. You want to bowl so many Yorkers. You need a third man and a square leg. Kenneth reaches 50 in style. He's hit that in the church at Gahanga. What a way to bring a 50. Very well deserved. Round of applause from the fans and the team. Very good throw from the churchgoer there. What a knock Kenneth has had this afternoon. 50 off 31. 7 fours, 2 sixes. Look at the strike rate. 177. Lovely stuff from Kenneth Waiswa.
Remember, I said it's not how you start that matters, it's how you finish. That makes a big difference here. Full toss there for the taking. We've seen big hits coming in. Kennedy Waiswa giving us one of those again straight into the church. This is what you want to see from your set batters, and this shows the quality of the batters that Uganda possesses here. I'm telling you, the middle order doing the job. We've seen the other teams like Rwanda, again, Tanzania, and failing the middle order to do that. Look at 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 2, 6, and 4. Again to end the over. You can do that, and this should be 5 because it's a no ball here. So that gives us 10, 14, 16, 22. I'm telling you, 27 runs coming on this over of Mohammed Yunus. And it's still 27 runs. There's still one delivery. And the bad part about that delivery is a free hit. And that can go anywhere here. How many more runs can Waiswa Kennedy gives Uganda here? This is where the difference is. That is why they are number 23. They've got experience. They've got the right candidates to do that. Again, beautifully bowled here, but not beautifully fielded there. Again, 31 runs coming off this over number 19 here. Game changer, Kenneth Waiswa. I'm telling you, this is a massive over that we've seen so far. I think this is the biggest over in this tournament, if I mark my words correctly here. Very lousy fielding there, I'm telling you. Now, into the last over here. 165 for 4. 6 balls left. How much runs can Uganda add here? Salum Ali Jumbe with the ball in the hand. partnership, 103 of 55 deliveries. Kenneth Waiza contributing 63 of 33. Then Simon Sezazi being there from ball number 1, contributing 37 of 22. I'm telling you, this is lovely to see.
Last over to be bowled in this particular fixture. Tanzania versus Uganda. Tanzania winning the toss and putting Uganda in, getting early wickets. But a fine and fantastic job from Simon Sesazi, Ronak Patel and Kenneth Waiswa. And this is the last over. First ball, dot ball. But look at the option that Simon Sesazi is trying. We talked about people playing cricketing shots and getting runs on this ground. Kenneth Waiswa has played fantastically, just getting behind the ball and hitting it hard on the ground. Same thing with Simon Sesazi, who is on 57 in 44. Jumbe, very good shot. The left side of Yalinde, 2 runs is what they get.
If you look at that bat swing there, he misses everything, the bat off the hands, and look at the distance. The bat went a couple of 20-25 meters away from the batting position. That shows how much amount of power is in. Look there. Slips of the hands. Shows how much amount of power was put by Simon there, wanting to hit that ball outside Gahanga here.
Kenneth Waiswa has already passed Simon Sesazi's score. Gives that one everything. Billy is the call from outside. Lovely running from Simon Sesazi there to make the ground. The man has been batting from ball number 1. He's even gone further, 2 wickets more. He's almost reached the 30 yards following through his running. He is a quality player. He's played fantastically. 170 on board for 4 with 2 balls to finish the innings. Jumbe. One ball to go. Simon Sesazi on strike. He's on 60 or 46. Jumbe. Ali Salum to bowl the last ball. Full straight on the money. Simon will not carry his bat. He gets out on the last ball. But he will be the happier because he's given it everything that he had. Played a fantastic innings, 60 in 46. But even finer and better performance from Kenneth Waiswa, 66 in 35 balls.
And there we have the Uganda scorecard. Roger Mukasa, who had to leave for a golden duck. Simon Sesazi, who played brilliantly, 60 of 47, 6 boundaries, 2 maximums. Ronald Lutaya, 7 of 3. Ronak Patel, a brilliant 30 of 27 with 5 boundaries to his name, strike rate of 111. And then we had Alpesh Ramjani, 4 of 8. And what a brilliant knock by Kenneth Waiswa, not out for 66 of 35 deliveries with 9 boundaries and 2 massive sixes to his name, the strike rate of 188. Tanzania giving away just 4 extras in their 20 overs. The most impressive partnership was that between Kenneth Waiswa and Simon Sesazi, 109 runs to be exact in 61 balls. 66 by Kenneth and 40 by Simon Sesazi. And another between Ronak Patel and Simon Sesazi. On the right-hand column, you see only Simon Sesazi because he's the opening batsman of Uganda who carried all the way till the very last ball. There you have the bowling scorecard. Most expensive being Mohammad Yunus, 3 overs, 4 dots, 47 runs. Yes, he picked up the initial wicket, but went with an economy of 15.67. Salum Ali, 4 overs, 10 dots, 33 runs. He's given away, picked up 2 wickets. Economy of 8.25. Ali Kumote, 3 overs, 10 dots, 27 runs, wicketless, with an economy of 9. Yalinde Morris, 4 overs, 10 dots, 26 runs, 1 wicket, economy of 25. Sanjay Kumar, 3 overs, 6 dots, 20 runs, wicketless, 6.67 economy. Kasim Chette, 3 overs, 8 dots, 17 runs, with 1 wicket, 5.67 economy. Total 171 for the loss of 5 wickets in their 20 overs. Signing out is Zaid Khan. We'll be back shortly for the run chase. A very interesting one. Do stay tuned.
Good afternoon once again. The chase is on. 172 runs needed in 20 overs here for Tanzania to win and claim their second victory against Uganda here. Uganda being sent into bed. Uganda putting on 171 for the loss of 5 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. There's no introduction here that you want to know. The same batters for Tanzania going in. Again, the captain himself, Abik Patwa, teaming up with the dangerous Ivan Seleman, opening the betting for Tanzania. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an interesting game. We've talked about how quick the outfield is. We've talked about how easy that wicket is in terms of getting runs again. And Landry has been going through statistics. A lot of the teams, 90% of the teams that have played here have won games chasing. So let's see now here how Uganda is going to defend this and what plan and answers does these two Tanzanian batters for now have against Uganda. We saw early on Uganda losing a wicket of the first ball, and I said between the innings that it's not how you start that determines who you are, it's how you finish that matters. 172 here, Uganda way in the back foot for some point of time in 8 overs. We didn't even think that they would pass 130, but look at the recovery. Credit goes to Simon Cesars and Waiswa Kenneth for making sure that they put Uganda in this winning position. Now the captain, we saw him the way he batted on Tuesday, very well composed, very much in control. Again, Ivan Silemano, we know what damage he can cause. So this is going to be a good contest. With the ball in the hand is Jonathan Sembanja. Landry, Uganda now needing to defend 171 here.
Uganda to defend 172, and a big Patwa and Ivan Selemani are the two batters for Tanzania. A big Patwa is the leading scorer in this tournament, 163 currently. And Ivan Selemani was the player of the match in the last game Uganda played Tanzania, scoring a half century at the strike rate of 233. It's going to be an interesting chase here, but even much better competition because Uganda has brought in a best bowler, Bilal Hassan. There's a long on and a deep square leg for Ivan Selemani. He does not care. Chance given. Beautiful catch from Alpesh Ramjani.
Interesting here again, similar game that we are watching here again. Suleiman Ivan goes without traveling the scorers and anyone. A golden duck in the world of cricket is not good signs here. He has been the man who has been giving Tanzania some good runs here. Now, a good catch again there. I'm being taken there. We've talked about commitment every time that we've been talking about fielding as we compare the teams. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Eyes on the ball. Reflex there from Alpesh Ramjani. He's not only known for bowling. Look at the fielding. Lovely. Those are standards. And that brings in Tanzania 2-1 for the loss of 1 wicket here. A big Patwa. He's got a lot to do, a lot in his plate here. Now he's being joined by another serious campaigner who also knows how to go about his betting.
Incoming is the person who didn't play the last game Tanzania played against Rwanda, and now is here back on his feet. Mohamed Kitunda will be joining his captain on the crease. He gave them a very good start against Uganda when Ivan Selemani was injured and he had to wait for a few overs. Hitting quick boundaries. Sebanja to Kitunda. Block. Tanzania 1 for 1 after 3 balls.
Kitunda is a good batter as well with the bet. So these two now, Big Patwa and Mohamed Kitunda, needs to play calculative, risk-free cricket now going forward. Then see how close they can get. Then from there onwards, then they can manage to take it on. Kept low there, but good fielding again. The third man is inside the circle there, managing to get his hands off it. This is what I've been saying since morning. The fielding has played a bigger part in the team that have played here. Uganda versus Rwanda, again, even Tanzania versus Uganda, fielding has played a bigger part. The quality that we've seen now so far that has been displayed by these two teams leaves a lot to be desired here. This is what you need from your fielders again. When bowlers bowl, they need the backup.
They do need the backup, especially on catch is the call, but there is no chance for a catch. But fantastic job done saving the boundary by Ronald Rutaya.
When Mohammed played that delivery, he thought it was going to race all the way to the boundary, but there was too much elevation on it. We'd spent a lot of time in the air there, so it couldn't have enough legs to clear the rope. That should be end of over number 2. And the score is currently 2 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Similar situation that we are having here, but Uganda managed to recover very, very well. Cesazi Simon being there from over number 1 all the way to the last ball of the innings. That is what you need from your top order. Then this is what should be going through a big Patwa's mind. Again, we've seen him, the 3 past games, he's being able to bat through all the innings. Can he do the same thing again here today?
And now from the road end, we've got Bilal Hassan, the speedster for Uganda. He'll be charging in. Oh, tight line and a very hard length he's bowling at. With his pace, playing it at that length is never easy. Keeping it tight, it seems to be the plan they've come up with. Trying to bowl that very hard length where the batsman cannot decide whether to rock onto the back foot or play it on the front. So far it seems to be working. Just like Tanzania at the moment, Uganda started quietly and then with 2 good partnerships.
Billy starting with a dot ball and followed it by an extra. Tanzania need 169 in 113 balls. With Ivan back in the hat, it's going to be a tall order now. But Mohamed Kitunda and Abik Patu are still there. They can give them a good score, a good start. And people like Kamal Rajivani will come in and try. Takur, Jumbe, different other batters to come in. We saw the young Omar last time taking the team closer to the win. Mohamed Omar Kitunda, the man who was in South Africa at the CSA High Performance Academy, training under the best coaches in South Africa, is back to playing for his national team.
He's got a change of bats. Lovely looking delivery there by Bilal. Hint of late movement by Bilal Hassan. Abik Patwa, the skipper, on strike now. for Tanzania. Charging in is Bilal Hassan. Over the top in the vacant region, using the pace of Bilal. Places it perfectly. Abik Patwa, the captain, picking up his first boundary. Beautiful looking shot that was. Lovely hands. Washed it all the way. There you go. Once again, so close this time. Almost got a nick to it. Abik Patwa trying to go over the top of the slip there. Ugandan bowlers trying to keep it as tight as possible. Just one delivery that was pitching wide, and Abik Patwa got enough wood behind it to get it to the boundary. Here we are once again.
It's just the quality of bowlers that Uganda possesses here. I'm telling you, that is going to be the difference between these two ranches. It is the East Africa Trophy here, right at Gahanga. The second ground, Gahanga 2, as they like to call it. So it's something that is going to be a major difference. I can keep repeating the quality of bowlers that Uganda possesses here. Look at Bilal Hassan now. Yes, he's been despite for 4 because of the wrong length that he has bowled. But look at the comeback again. See, this is what I'm talking about. Swing and a miss. And this, you look at Abik Patwa complaining to the umpire, is it wide or not? He is not even anywhere closer to that delivery for it to be called a wide. They didn't even move any of his foot towards that ball, but he claims it that it's outside the zone. That those are signs of pressure there. Let the umpires do their job. You concentrate on your betting, and so that you lessen your mindset in terms of thinking. There is our lovely scoreboard of the B side there, the new one. Clarice Umtoni was one of the women's national team player doing some fantastic volunteering job. A cricketer will always be a cricketer.
Can't keep them out of the action. The youngsters all around Gahanga tend to be helping hands whenever a tournament arrives. Sebanja will be taking the bowling attack once again. Bilal Hassan throughout his over. Yes, we know he's got the pace, and from that over we saw he's got some movement away from the right-handed batsman. Would really make him lethal if he has one that comes in to the right-hander. Takes the edge again. Had a swing at it, and it goes to the RCA office. There in the background. Lovely looking boundary. There, just getting that extra bounce off the blade of Mohamed Kitunda. Slight adjustments that have to be made by the bowlers. So harsh everybody can be about the length a bowler tends to be bowling. It's never easy to judge the length, especially when you're providing that pace. On the money this time, Sebanja keeping it really tight. Yes, he's given away that boundary, but again, speaking of quality bowling, we've got the likes of Sebanja and Bilal Hassan fighting back with back-to-back dot deliveries here. 160 in 106 balls. with the key wicket of Ivan Soleimani departing quite early. Not quite early. The earliest thing to happen in this innings was his wicket. In the air, catches the call, and catch has been taken.
Look at the way Jonathan Sebanja is bowling into the wicket, hard into the wicket, I'm telling you. Even if it's coming on the length, it's being bowled hard into the surface there. They're creating that extra bounce again and causes the misjudgment of batters in terms of length. Mohamed Katunda goes in for 6 runs of 7 balls. That is lovely piece. This is what I'm saying, the quality of the bowlers again, if you are to compare the other teams here now. This is where Uganda is getting the better of them. Look at that. Look at the run into the surface again. Not a bad length for the batter to hit, but just because it's a heavy ball that is being bowled, you've got no time to control and hit it where you want. So that is good from Jonathan Sebanja here. 12 for the loss of 2 wickets here, Tanzania. And then comes the wicket keeper, Amau Rajivan, coming in when his team was on 12 for 2, needing 160 of 105 balls here. Uganda are in the driving seat here. That comeback, I'm telling you, from Kenneth Waiskwa and Simon Sizazi is the one that has brought Uganda into this game.
Simon says he worked very hard with the bat. And now Sebanja doing the rest. Worked very hard to get the 2 wickets. One thing with the bowling of attack of Uganda, they have a plan for the batters. Ronald Lutaya has been there for some time. He dropped one other dropped in front of him, and now he picks another one. Talk about plans. Mara Giovanni not aware that one passed.
Yes, Landry, having a plan is part of it, but execution is what really matters the most. If you don't get the execution right, things could go either way. But on this occasion, the Ugandans have clocked in perfect length and line, not letting the Tanzanians settle, not allowing them to be comfortable enough to drive the ball or get decent amount of bat on it once it's away from the line of play. Good fight there by Jonathan Sebanja after being struck for a boundary off the first ball. Here he is, charging in for the last delivery.
Ooh.
Staying low, that must have hurt.
Talk about the plans for batters. They have made sure a big Patwa plays more pull shots, which he has not been able to play. Not giving him the room of cutting. Look at that. Very good over from Sebanja, going for 5 and picking the big wicket of Omar Mohamed Kitunda. 13 for 2 after 3 overs. Something Uganda has done very well is making sure they pick wickets in a chase of 170. The last time Tanzania beat them, they had gotten a very good power play. But today, 3 overs remaining to finish the power play. Tanzania is on 13 after a loss of Ivan Soleimani, who was player of the match in that particular game, and Kitunda, who had given them a very good power play.
End of 3 overs, Tanzania have managed to put up just 13 runs on board for the loss of 2 big wickets. The first one going by the very first delivery of the innings. Massive blow that was for their side, knowing the amount of runs. The man who made the difference between both of the sides last time they faced each other. Bilal Hassan once again bowling it much fuller, and the scamper along for a single.
Earlier in the morning, we talked about people playing cricketing shots. Leonard, there is a batsman in. Lovely shot. Cut up and over. Not only the rope, but the mount. 6 more runs, make it that 20 for 2. In 3.2. Leonard, earlier we were talking about people playing cricketing shots. Asking for Oscar Wilson, Emmanuel Sebareme to come and do the job of just playing normal cricketing shots. This afternoon, Amara Divani is on strike. He's been scoring at a rate of 120. Do you think this is the pitch and the ground for him to up that strike rate?
Lovely piece of bowling there from Bilal Hassan after going for that 6 over third man. Yes, to answer your question, yes, this is the right ground and the right surface for him to up that. But it's all about understanding who you are and what you want to do depending with the situation that you are in as a batter. You understand? If you look at those batters that you were speaking about, the 3 of them, they came into bat when they had a lot of overs in hand. So I did not see any reason why they couldn't capitalize on that time that was given to them available. There was a shout there for LBW from Bilal Hassan, but a half-hearted one. Eric Tusabemunga walking away, not interested in that. Even Bilal Hassan, knowing how he wants to take wickets, how passionate it becomes when it comes to taking wickets, you can see the appeal. He knew exactly that was not out there, but he was just, getting in that mood of appealing. But good decision there from the tall man, Eric Tusabemungu Hirwa.
Man of many talents, he is the Regional Development Officer for Kigali. He umpires, still plays Division 2. Been hammering people. Lovely pick up. 2 seconds and it reaches the boundary. Billy has been a bit expensive in this over. 11 runs with 1 more ball to go.
Look at that lovely flick there. And what I'm liking about that is the position, the head position. Look at where the head over the ball. That allowed the hands to control the ball to that vacant deep square leg area here. This is quality batting from a big patois. Chance of a run out there, but he safely lands into the crease there. But good presence of mind again after conceding that boundary, 2 boundaries in that over. That brings us 12 runs so far in that over for Bilal Hassan, and the score is on 25 for the loss of 2 wickets. 4 overs done here. Tanzania currently needing 147 of 96 deliveries. The last wicket to fall was for Mohamed Katunda. 6 of 8 balls caught Ronald Lutaya and bowled by Jonathan, the big man Sebanja. 24 fours and 5 sixes so far in this match. We are yet to see more of that as we get deeper into the innings.
Sebanja Jonathan is the man. He's picked 2 wickets already. Comes back. He's made it very hard for the batters. Coming from over the wicket. That angle is deceiving. And that's what the team looks forward to. Making it hard for the batters to score runs. Loud appeal. Umpire Sibonio is not interested. And they take 1 run. A leg by.
Sibonio, the umpire, not interested in that because the ball was way away from the leg stump and the sticks all combined. Not pitching in line. Very easy decision for Sibonio. 147 now needed. 95 balls. The Ugandans have kept it really tight in the right channel of attack.
Sebanja has been bowling very well. You can barely feel the absence of Dinesh Nakrani in terms of bowling. From one left-armer to another, he's served the team very well. He's bowling his third, he's only been hit 7. You cannot buy that in a supermarket. In a T20 game.
We've got to always come up with something new, and it might seem boring, but consistency is key. We've got to hit the deck, land it in the right areas, know the comfort zones of the batsman and try to land it away from that and force them almost to try something new, something beyond the skill. Again, there defensively played by Amal. Rajivan. 2 runs off 5 deliveries there. A big Patwa, the captain, on 16 off 14. Tanzania on 26 off 2. Yes, he's kept them tight, Landry, but what can he do to gain a wicket out of this? Smile on Jonathan Sebanja's face. He knew there was an effort made by Bilal Hassan there in the deep. Went off the shoulder of the bat. Landed there and spun away. Whoopsie. He goes down. And 4 more runs to Tanzania. Sometimes even putting on spikes don't help. Funny to see such side of cricket. Lovely. Good running between the wickets by the Tanzanians. 31 for the loss of 2 at the end of 5 overs. Final over left of the power play. Can the Tanzanians make the most out of this last over and play with the advantage of field restriction here, Leonard?
Yeah, definitely that should be the aim. 19 current partnerships so far between Abik Patwa and Amal Rajvan here. And now we've seen the change of bowling from road end here. Comes in the left armour. Dangerous Alpesh Ramjani. We saw the damage that he caused early in the morning against Rwanda. Yeah. And now he comes in good touch. And the good thing is they've put in a sleeping place here every time they've been bowling with him here again. Use of the feet and lovely piece of shot there from Abik Patois.
Goes the distance.
Sorry, it's Amau Rajvan there. The screen took time to change that. Amau Rajvan, lovely piece of shot there. Look at that. Look at that. He looks so composed today and so calm again today. He knows exactly that his team needs him to be there, and that is exactly what he has done. And we've seen it being happening from Waiswa Kenneth. There, a lovely piece of hands there, I'm telling you. It's being chased here, but 2 runs only. Get back there comfortably. Waiswa Kenneth being the fielder there. But look at that shot, the placement again. Look at it again. The way he went about getting behind the ball, use of the hands, maneuvering that ball to the gap, in that gap there again. This is something that Amal has been good at throughout this tournament.
Flighted and much fuller, played into the gap. They'll pick up 2 runs. Lovely, lovely batting by Amal Rajivan. He's on 15 off 10. The other thing I wanted to ask you, Leonard, is Tanzania from here on will be chasing the target, of course, but in what fashion they choose to chase that target will affect the net run rate they're working with within the tournament as of now. And they'd like to take that as closer to the target as possible.
Yeah, taking it closer to the target as possible should be the goal here. But we still have got a couple of games coming in, so I'm telling you, it's going to take a lot of effect here. As we look at that shot again, look, use of the feet, and the only men in the covers can only just touch the knees and move back to pick that ball and bring it back. Now we've been seeing a long off being dropped back to the boundary. 4-2, 4-2 again. And lovely, look at that block from Amau Rajvan.
Animated appeal there by Alpesh Ramjani, and that's the end of the power play. 43 runs on board, 2 wickets down are Tanzania. Lovely shots we saw throughout. Alpesh Ramjani giving away 12 runs in that over. And now we've got Sinyondo coming from the mount end.
Right, here we've seen, you've talked up here side, Senyondo comes in to bowl from the mount end here. We've seen what he did also again in the morning. Good left arm spin there. Long off, long on the boundary, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and a deep point. Those are the guys that are on the boundary here for Senyondo. Henry Senyondo is a quality left arm bowler here, coming around the wicket again. And he's been effective with that. And the length that he bowls, is not someone who can just give you some freebies. He bowls it also hard into the wicket, but lovely punch there from Amau Rajvan. And beautiful fielded there by the long off fielder Alpesh Ramjan. 127 runs Zaid needed off 82 deliveries here with 2 set batters at the crease now.
It's very, very possible, Leonard. The only thing they need to keep in check is keep rotating the strike like we saw Ronak Patel do in the Ugandan innings, and that tended to lower the pressure that they were going through at that point. And now, from here on, once the singles and doubles keep checking in, keep the scoreboard ticking, they will be in a comfortable position whereby they can take the attack to about 2 to 3 overs to cover up that gap.
Run out chance missed there. The keeper had no ball in the hand. If he had that ball in the hand, I'm telling you, Amal Rajivan was going to be in trouble here. Yes, I totally agree with what you're saying there, Zaid. That is exactly what these guys need to do. But still a long way to go again anyway. A lot of things can happen in between the overs here. Still about looking at 13 overs to come. After this over, that's a lot of time for the batters to come in again. Just a couple of monster overs can change the game. A couple of wickets again can also change the game into Uganda's favor. So it's still up and down again. But at this point of time, Uganda seems to be in the driving seat here.
Yes, I would double that. As you see 46 on board, those 46 runs, majority of them have come of singles and doubles, and very skillful shots that have gone to the boundary. Apart from that, the Ugandan bowlers have kept it really nice and tidy, very, very, very tight. They know the length and line they're supposed to bowl to every single individual walking in, and it's never been easy for the Tanzanians to get away with that.
47 for the loss of 2 wickets. 7 overs done now into the last 13 overs of the game. Current partnership 35 of 27 delivers a big Patwa, 13 of 12 Amao Rajivan, 21 of 15. Now in the next 3 overs to take you through there, the spin overs is another spinner. Again, Irera Rozin with Said Khan. Welcome, Rozi.
Thank you.
Welcome, Rosine. You've watched the spinners come into this game. What sort of attack do you feel the spinners bring to this game?
All along, the spinners has changed the game. In morning, the first wicket from Rwanda was from Sebaleme. Also, he's a spinner. That's why in these games, they are needed for changing the games.
And do you think the bowlers, the spinners, are getting enough turn out of this pitch, being a new pitch that they're playing on for the very first time?
As a short view, this wicket is different from the last one because the ball, maybe it's a working. There is a turn on that wicket. That's why spinners are surviving somehow if they bowl good lines.
And if yourself being a spinner, if you were given an option to bowl, which pitch would you like to bowl on?
Of course, I would choose this one.
And the way the Ugandans are bowling at the moment, do you feel this is the right way to keep it tight for the Tanzanians?
They have to keep cramping them in this corner because they are bowling very well. They don't have to make many things, just keep bowling, same line, then tighten their fielding. That will take them through a way, take this game.
One last question, Rosine. Coming into this game, if you were the bowler, what sort of field set would you have?
As I'm an off spinner, first of all, I will have my deep square leg, mid off, inside, mid on. According to these batters, I don't need long on because of my length. And I will have also cow corner. And I will have leg pad. And then I will have cover as usual. Sleep. Somehow, because I will try to do main changes. It is now 50, lands on the board, 2 wicket again. 8 overs. They need 122 runs to win this game. It's end of 8 overs. Now 9th overs comes in.
Lovely, Rosine. And I would like to ask you just one last question before you walk off. If you were to advise the young girls that play along with you in the same division, what is it that you would like to pick up from the spinners in a sense of skill?
The first thing I could encourage them to have, these spinners, they have patience. All the way from that ground we played last games, the spinners, they got hit, but the next ball they come and take wicket because of patience. They didn't give up. That's the first skills. Another one is to learn the wicket, how the wicket is behaving. That's what I can tell them.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rosine.
Lovely shot. All the way from commentary box. Talking by Amal. Taking him to 31 of 22 balls. Needed 114 runs to take this game. That's good batting from Amal. If he continues to bat this way, he can take his team in good position.
That's great. Back-to-back boundaries we've got here off the blade of Amal Rajivan, and tend to get a boost of morale each and every boundary that he picks up. The scoreboard keeps ticking, and he's picking his gaps right from here. 59 on board. And from here, Abik Patwa, the captain, also would like to shift the momentum and allow Amal Rajivan to face majority of the deliveries, as he's been striking the ball much cleaner than the captain himself there. The tight bowling is understandable, but does it create enough pressure for a wicket to collapse here? We're yet to see. Lovely.
Good save from fielders, taking and helping Senyundo for not getting another boundary in his over, because he has been taken for 2 boundaries in this over. That's good fielding from that man from Uganda.
Very, very well done. Lovely effort in the deep there. Henry Senyundo has given away 12 runs in this over. Ends up with a dot ball. 16 runs is given away without picking up any wickets in his 2 overs. Tanzania 62 for the loss of 2. After 9, 120 now required in 66 legal deliveries from here on.
Lamjin comes in again, come to ball. He's had overs. Let's check what a new man he has.
Plays it around the corner, and they manage to steal a quick single here. Lovely bit of running between the wickets by the Tanzanians. At the moment, a boundary or a maximum is almost like a Tanzanite for the Tanzanians. Played with soft hands there. in the pickup. Yet another single.
These batters, Abik and Ahmad, are in good position. They are controlling the games well. If they have Kremen, they have to look how to get more lands to take this game because possible. They still have wicket in a hand. Good shot again from Abik. Takes him to have another boundary in his batting.
Lovely looking shot that. Past the infield. And very pleasing to the eye. Off the back foot. The fielder could just watch it go by for 4 more. Again, driven along the ground. The Ugandans in desperate need to break this partnership here. This is the similar sort of position they were caught up in last time around when they were defending that score. And then the man himself, Ivan Suleimani, walked in and dispatched all the bowlers over the boundary ropes for maximums and boundaries, and ended up losing that game, failing to defend a high total that they had set in that game as well. And now Tanzania just teasing the Ugandan bowlers despite their tight lines, not giving away the wicket. Again, playing it brilliantly off the back foot.
End of 10 overs, 71 runs on the board, loss of 2 wickets. Needed runs are 101 in 60 balls. Partnership of 59 in 45 balls, Abik Patwa and Amal Ladjivan. 20 in 20 balls, Abik Patwa and Amal Ladjivan. 22 in 18 balls. That's a good partnership. If they continue in this way, they can take them in good position, but they have to still push through. Change of bowling again. Kenneth Waiswa, his last over. Let's check what a change he brings in. Let's check again. Sorry for mistake. It's a first over for Kenneth Waiswa. He started with a good dot ball. Let's check what change he brought as a new bowler.
It'll be interesting to see how Kenneth Waiswa will be able to cope up and launch on. If he can manage picking up a wicket here, it'd be really helpful to the Ugandan side, as the rest of the bowlers have managed to apply pressure and restrict the amount of run flows. Off the back foot once again. The fielder in the deep, Bilal Hassan, chucks it back to the keeper. The singles and doubles here by Tanzania just dragging the innings. It will be very interesting to see which one of these crack first under pressure. The Ugandans not giving too much, but just enough for Tanzanians to keep the scoreboard moving.
Azed, if you are Ugandan captain, what plan can you have to stop these batters to keep having this partnership?
The Ugandans, they've kept it tight, but they'll have to go out of their comfort zones and give the balls where the Tanzanians can strike it and create opportunities for them to pick up a couple of shots. You've got to risk it as a captain and place the right fields. You've got to bring the spinners into the action once again and allow the Tanzanians to take risk and play it in the air, try the aerial shot, because restricting them to tight lines hasn't worked so far. They've been playing on the back foot and the scores has still been moving. So allowing them to play in the air would probably create a misjudgment. There you go. Lovely looking delivery. Lovely bumper by Kenneth Waiswa. Exactly what they needed. Even before we could think about what the Ugandans need to do, they had done it already. They brought in Kenneth Waiswa for the very first time in this innings so that he could produce this extra pace off the deck and get that nick off to the gloves of the wicket keeper. And that's the end of a brilliant knock by Abik Patwa under pressure. 28 runs to his name, 26 deliveries his face. Chin music, absolutely fierce bowling by Kenneth Waiswa there.
99 needed in 57 deliveries. 73 runs for loss of 3 wickets, 10 overs, 0.2 delivery.
All you needed to do was ask Zaid how to pick up a wicket, and a wicket goes by. That's how you pick up wickets. Jokes aside, well done by the Ugandans. Kudos to the bowling unit. They've been bowling really tight lines, and over a period of time, it does get agitating for the batsmen to pick up the gaps or the big shots. And one has to crack over a period of time when failing to get the results as expected. Tanzania 73 for the loss of 3. 2 balls left in Kenneth Waiswa's over. Remarkable figures so far. Just 2 runs is given away and picked up the big man, the captain, Abik Patwa. Now the only person they'll be looking to pick up is Amal Rajivan, who's on 37 off 29. Kasim Chette. And another wicket. 2 in the over. Kenneth Waiswa. The difference between the sides. Tanzania pick up yet another wicket. Tanzania lose yet another wicket. I beg your pardon. The score reads 74 for loss of 4. The batsman in no position, had no idea what to do with that sort of delivery coming off the deck in that fashion. 2 wickets Kenneth Waiswa has picked up in this over. Remarkable over that was by the youngster. "11 overs have gone by and the required run rate is stagnant at 10.54, 98 in 54 balls. Current run rate of 6.73. The Tanzanians have to get moving if they are to remain into the competition here.
Good delivery from Kenneth Waiswa. As I said before, we will wait for looking what chain. He brought a good chain, so wicket in 1 over. That's a good enough. Another bowler. Good catch again. Taken by Sesazi. With his call. This Tanzania is in trouble, I told you, Zed. What can you do if you are coach of Tanzania for this beta? What can you tell them to do?
Lovely, nice, loud and clear call there by the fielder, and cops it comfortably in the end. Alpesh Ramjani picks up his first wicket. Not reading the pitch well are the Tanzanian batsmen. And that is the sort of disorder they were avoiding with that partnership of Abik Patwa and Amal Rajivan earlier on. But after the wicket goes by, the Ugandans are quite aware that the bottom half of the batting lineup of Tanzania won't be able to cope up with the pressure they will apply. They don't need to do much, Rosine. They've been doing it from the beginning. The pressure has always been on. It's just the different quality of batsmen that have walked in and dealt with the pressure the Ugandans have thrown at them. The deliveries were very, very similar. This whole 10 overs in the past 1 over, and now Alpesh picks up his first wicket. He's bowled 3 overs already, but he picks up a wicket in his very first ball of the 4th over. That is the difference. It's the different time when you come in to bowl is what might lead into you picking up a wicket.
I agree with what you are saying, Zed. That's true. Tanzania 75 run for 5, 11 overs for deliveries main. Lamjan comes in again with his 2 deliveries. Let's see what is expected in this 3rd delivery. Good shot again. There is a fielder there. Good pick up. Throw it back to the bowler. That's a good enough.
The other way I can explain how all these wickets, the past 3 wickets have collapsed, is known as a wild card entry. Kenneth Waiswa, the man who's always made a difference with the ball in his hand. We've seen him being the only bowler picking up a hat-trick in this tournament. He's done it multiple times. He did it with the run side, picking up 3 wickets in an over yet again. He's done it with Tanzania again before. And another Jumbe tries to go big, and catch has been taken. So the wickets are going down, collapsing like dominoes, one after the other. Very, very brief stay there, not troubling the scorers whatsoever. And again, you see, after those wickets picked up by Waiswa, they hadn't faced him all those 10 overs, so they weren't aware of what to expect. But after 10 overs, when they got a new bowler who's always been watching how they've been playing, and the surprise delivery of extra pace, well-directed pace, like my partner Leonard likes to say, into the body line, well targeted there, catching them off guard, resulting into wickets. I'd say brilliant captainship by Brian Masaba to hold on to Kenneth for such a long time and just keeping him hidden amongst the lot of bowlers and bringing him in at the perfect time when he needed wickets most.
They take him as their god in the team. Take them the crucial wicket, or when they need wicket, they call him upon to come and take them. That's good shot again. Fielders there. He took it, throw it back, 1 run taken. End of 12 over, 77 by loss of 6 wickets. 95 needed in 48 deliveries. I'm gonna leave. Enjoy the game.
That was Rosine for us here in the commentary box. Lovely to have a lady commentator with us. Kudos to our coach, Leonard Namburo, always promoting our young girls to be part of the system here. Welcome back, Leonard.
77 for 6 after 12 overs here. Zaid, thanks very much again, Rosine, for taking us through those 3 overs of spin. As a spinner herself, she's going to be here with us watching again. And I'm telling you, Tanzania, at one point I felt like they were in the driving seat. But what we go on is the key to this game is patience. And again, the brilliant captaincy of Brian Masaba, again, knowing when to bring Kenneth Waiswa. Throughout these 5 games, I'm telling you, each time Kenneth comes in, whether with the bat or with the ball, something special happens. You know what I'm saying? That takes a special player in terms of Kennedy Waiswa. A good all-rounder to have in your squad here. Look, so far he has bowled in 1 over, taken 2 wickets already, conceding 3 runs. That's quality. He is also the difference between them scoring those runs, 172 runs they've put on the board as a target. He played a crucial role with Simon Sezazi all the way for them to get there. Now, this time he's come up with the ball again early on. So this is someone that you'd want not to miss in your squad. And now, with 6 wickets gone here, I'm telling you, Tanzania is in a big trouble. You've got 2 new guys here, Umar Sheikh and Sanjay. I'm telling you, it's not going to be that easy when you are facing such quality bowlers.
Earlier during the Ugandan innings, we talked about how the Tanzanians preferred this pitch as though it was at home, but still they didn't apply Omar Sheikh to bowl today. Lovely, lovely delivery there by Kenneth.
What I can say is the way Kenneth is bowling, again, I'm telling you, the way he's setting up batters again, and the line that he's bowling it again. So this is also lovely to see. He's not even giving them in any room whatsoever to pull or cut. He's always on that board line. He's always bowling straight again. As much as yes! Straight and full on the stumps, asking questions each and every time. If he's not asking questions on the stumps straight, he's asking questions on the gloves. You understand? That is the beauty of Waiswa Kennedy in terms of bowling. Omar Sheikh sees his stumps being broken, then he leaves the crease and lets his team on 78 for 7. Now, Waiswa Kennedy again, I'm telling you. Look at that delivery. Look at the bat. Oh, it's not anywhere closer to the pad and the line of the ball here. Lovely piece of bowling. Some cutters that he has been bowled by Kedeno. That is bowling intelligence. You understand? Knowing exactly what kind of delivery you would want to bowl. In comes Ali Kimote, known for bowling. Comes in when his team is in a bit of trouble here. 78 for 7. And facing the dangerous looking Waiswa Kenneth. Zaid. This is Uganda's game. I'm telling you, they've taken it, outclassed Tanzania from ball number 1. And now, this is where I said it is not all about how you start. It's all about how you finish that makes you who you are as a team.
Yes, definitely. Playing Kenneth Waiswa at this stage is never easy. And from that delivery itself, you could tell playing an off-spinner at that pace is always tricky. The way it turns away from you. Kenneth Waiswa, the paceman, turning it away like a Chinaman. Always trouble for the batsman facing. And the only way I can explain his bowling is decisive pace. You do not feel like you're in trouble when you see him charging in, but the man has some venomous pace charging at you off the surface.
Lovely shot from Ali Kimote, 86 for 7 after 13. "90 runs in 43 is what Tanzania needs." It's becoming hard and harder for Tanzania to win this particular game because of Mr. Kenneth Waiswa, the game changer for Uganda. Good shot from Ali Kimote. Good fielding from Roger Mukasa, but they take 2. If Uganda winning this game will mean it is 2 up. Tanzania with 1 win against Uganda in this tournament. Rwanda yet to register a win against Uganda. They've had 1 against Tanzania. Tomorrow, Rwanda versus Tanzania will be another game to determine who takes the lead in terms of wins between the two countries in this tournament. Rwanda has beaten Tanzania twice in history. The first win coming off last year in December by just 1 run. Convincing win in this tournament against Tanzania by 7 wickets. Uganda proving to be hard. Sanjay Thakur goes hard. He plays it towards long off and he gets a boundary.
Good amount of power behind that shot. Plays it down on the ground this time. 83 needed in 40 balls by the Tanzanians. Ali Kimote and Sanjay Kumar are there in the middle. Henry Senyondo into his 3rd over. And again, giving away a boundary. 2nd boundary of the over.
Ali Kimote quickly moves to 10 runs in 4 balls. Henry Senyondo, this is the tournament he's been scored most runs of. We saw him in the qualifiers here. He's into his 3rd over and he's been hit 25 runs. Thakur together with Ali Kimote on the strike. Tanzania needing 79 runs. Zaid, do you think we've seen people play well, the tail enders? Do you think this particular scenario there is even a chance for Tanzania to compete in this game?
Well, it'll be really tough to say they can compete. I mean, they are into the competition, but from here on it gets really tough. Although I'd like to see the difference from what we saw in the first game today, Landry. It was a similar situation for the Rwandan side as well, but they weren't able to finish the remaining 7 overs and gave away all their wickets. What I'm keen to see is, does Tanzania give away their wickets in the same fashion?
Just to come in there, yes, you can talk about it being giving away, but at one point, at some other point, it's not all about giving away. It's all about the good and quality bowling that Uganda possesses. They're always putting you under pressure. Look at that deliver again here. A slow short ball. Ali Kimote had no clue whatsoever to play that ball, and that is the area where Kenneth has been bowling. So it's all about now you versus quality bowling. Intelligent bowling, that is the big difference there, and that is what Uganda has managed to do throughout these games that they've won. The quality of bowlers they possess, knowing exactly what they want to do when they are bowling, sticking to the plan, and that is even the bowlers rotation. The captain Brian Masaba, he knows exactly how to use his bowlers, and look at that delivered again, beaten by pace. And this is something that Waiskwa, he is not a big man in terms of stature, but the way, the pace that he bowls the ball, you don't expect it to be coming that quick.
Very, very swift through the wicket. Decisively quick, like I mentioned earlier. You don't see him coming in. Flushed hard. You see the smile on Kenneth Waiswa's face. He's trying to bowl a delivery with width there on offer. And Ali Kimote takes a liking to that and takes it onto the boundary. Good looking shot that was, cut hard. Rotating the strike now after that boundary. 5 runs have come off this over so far with 2 legal deliveries left in here. 73 in 32. 13.69 required per over. From here on, if they do not get 3 big overs, Leonard, it'll be quite a big ask for Tanzania.
The required rate has climbed to 13. Again, big swing. Not even in any position to hit that ball. Now, after that dot ball again, it has climbed to 14. So every dot ball that Uganda manages to bowl, the strike, the required run rate goes up. And that's what you don't want to be having. And Sanjay Kumar and Ali Kimote on 16 of 11. Sanjay 7 of 5 deliveries here. They need to do something special here. They need a bounder or 2 somewhere again if they are looking forward to getting closer to clinching this game. It goes big and hard it is. No one in that cover region boundary. And it races away to the boundary. They need a couple of these 4s here. I'm telling you, if they want to win 73, to win here is not an easy task. But they need a lot of those overs. This over for Kennedy, I think this is one of the most expensive over he has bought today so far in his 3 overs. You can look at him there. He's holding hands on the knees. He runs hard every time that he comes into ball. A lot of energy check there. But short offered, width offered, then just clears that leg and manages to get those hands straight in front of the covers all the way to the nets there. Good shot from Sanjay Kumar to get, and that shot brings Tanzania's 103 for the loss of 7 wickets, 15 overs done into the last 30 deliveries here. Zaid Khan.
It's just remarkable how the Ugandan side has fought back into this game, and impeccable stamina by all the players. Kudos to the coaches and support staff supporting them throughout. It's never easy having 2 games in one day. And that's why you saw Kenneth Waiswa with hands on his knees. Must be checking in as we're coming into the later half of the afternoon. Played on to the leg side. There is protection there. 3 fielders in the deep. No extras. Covered up by Ronak Patel. Henry Sanyundo this time comes from the road end. Ali Kimote on 17 off 12. Leonard 67 in 28. Not an easy ask, I must say, especially when you're 7 wickets down. Is the sort of ask we were expecting out of Zapi and Emil Rukiriza during the morning game. And we all saw the result of that. Powerfully struck this time. Fielder doing the simplest of jobs, restricting them to just a single. How brilliantly has Henry Sanyundo bowled today? He's coming towards the end of his spell and he's given away just 30 runs. Not a bad spell at all. Bottom edge this time by Ali Kimote, resulting into a dot ball. 1 ball left in this over. 1 ball left for Henry Sanyundo in this game. Single, don't hurt nobody here. 5 runs off that over, 108 for the Tanzanians for the loss of 7 wickets in 16 overs. 4 overs left. The required run rate is 16 per over from here on. It's a tough mount to climb.
Very tough one. 30 partnership of 21, Sanjay Kumar 11 and Ali Kimote 19 or 15. And now you've talked about the tough mountain to climb. There is Bilal Hassan comes in to do the finishing job. He is another mountain to climb as well. If we are the better, not an easy candidate to get rid of. A lot of experience behind his belt here, or under his belt, whatever you might want to call it. There he comes in from the Mount End. He knows that Tanzania need a lot of hard work here to do with Ali Kimote on strike. Yes. Gone to 19 or 15. A good inning, but is that enough to take his team to the crossing line? That is the most important question that everyone else is asking. Starts off with a yorker there, but well picked. And a bit of some sloppy fielding there from the boundary, but a quick recovery then denying them to run those 2 runs there.
Bilal Hassan, I'm quite sure with his pace, he won't make it easy at all for Sanjay Kumar Boom and Ali Kimote here to get those required runs by Tanzania. Yes, fortunate enough, they might get a few edges here and there. Maybe a boundary perhaps. There you go. On the money, Bilal Hassan picks up his first wicket, having given away 19 runs in his very 3rd over. Second ball, picks up a wicket. There was no foot movement by Sanjay Kumar, making it very, very predictable for Bilal Hassan to know the results of what might be the result of that full delivery. Sanjay Kumar, 13 runs, 8 balls, 2 boundaries to his name. Plays all across it, resulting into yet another wicket. 8 wickets down now. Mohamed Yunus now with the bat in hand. The new batter in. He's done his fair bit with the ball in hand. Now has been provided the bat and the opportunity. Plays it down the ground, driven. Comes back for 2 runs. Good running between the wickets.
Wicket number 9 going there. One more wicket away from victory, Uganda it is. The strike rate looks good there. 200 of. It's a good strike rate. Even all the batters could not manage to get a strike rate of that. Uganda just needing only one. Uganda only 1 wicket away, and Tanzania is 61 runs away from claiming victory. 111 runs so far. Yes, I can. His pickings there from the captain.
Oh, definitely.
Wasted energy.
2 wickets in this over. Bilal Hassan has picked up 111 on board. 1 wicket away from victory here. One, like my partner here says, 1 wicket brings 2. Bilal Hassan picking up his 2nd wicket. In he comes, out he goes. Mohamed Yunus not contributing enough with the bat. And clean bowled, knocked over. 3 for Bilal Hassan in this over. Lovely, lovely work done there by Bilal, restricting the Tanzanians to 111 all out in 16.5 overs.
Uganda wins by 60 runs. Tanzania scorecard there. Big Patwa, 28 in 27. Mara Giovanni tried 37 in 29. The rest of the batters couldn't do so much. Sanjay Kumar there with 13 in 9. And Ali Kimote not out, 20 in just 16. Uganda not generous at all, 2 extras only. And they end at the total of 111 all out with 3.1 overs to go. Bowlers of Uganda very disciplined. Jonathan Sebanja setting the pace. 2 wickets at an economy of 4. Bilal Hassan does the clean up job in the tail. 3 wickets for 21. Alpesh Ramjani 2 wickets for 27. Henry Senyondo being the most expensive, 7.75. Kenneth Waiswa, the player, the game changer, 3 wickets at an economy of 6.33. Uganda batting first. The batting scorecard there led by Simon Cesars is 60 in 47. Kenneth Waiswa, the game changer, 66 in just 35 balls. And Ronak Patel, 30 runs in 27 balls. The bowling of Tanzania, Jumbe leading from the front, 2 wickets for 33. Mohamed Yunus, very expensive at the death, 1 wicket for 47 in his 3 overs after bowling a very good over in the beginning, getting rid of Roger Mukasa. Yalinde Morris picked 1, bowled 4 overs and went for 26. And Tanzania's batting led by Amal, 37, Abik, 28, And that is it from us here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Uganda wins by 60 runs in the match number 8, match day number 4 of the East Africa Trophy, T20 Trophy 2023. Don't go away from your screens. We will be coming for the post-match presentation award by Leonard Namburo.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match presentation of the game between Uganda and Tanzania. Uganda managing to win that game by 60 runs. Again, well done to you guys and your team. Successful wins there. Abik. Hard luck again, skipper. But you guys are playing some good cricket again. You guys have lost at 1 point. You managed to get Uganda at 58 for 3 in 8 overs, but they managed to go on and put in 171. Where exactly do you think you fell short?
I think it's just it's in T20. It's a matter of 1 over, and that 1 over by Kenneth took us out of the game. There was a difference between 150 and 170. So one good over, that's T20 for you.
Yes, tomorrow we've got another game here. What should we expect from you guys? Since you've lost to Uganda, you're playing Rwanda tomorrow. What should we expect from you?
We'll just come back stronger. We know it's a new weekend, it's a new ground as well. One game, we've got many games here now, so we'll just come back stronger. We'll look on the areas that we need to work upon, and yes, and then let's see tomorrow first game, because we have double headers tomorrow. So we'll see how the first game goes, and then take it up with Uganda again.
Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow. Right, it's now becoming a norm there, Brian, the winning captain. Informed captain, well done again. Well played. I'm just going to talk about the way you go about your bowling options, especially the time that you bring in Kennedy. Each time that you bring Kennedy, some little magic or whatever happens there. Is it something that always be in the back head of your mind, or is something that happened according to the situation?
Yeah, Ken is he's our X-factor player. I mean, he makes things happen. So today he did really well with the bat, and then came and changed the game with the ball as well. So, it's really nice to have that option. I have 6-7 bowlers, who can come in and do the job. So, I'm very happy that he's putting in the performances and winning games for the team.
Indeed, you've got a lot of options to be happy about. Thank you very much. Congratulations for the win, skipper. Right, we've got some 3 contestants here, 2 contestants for the player of the match for today's game. The first one is Sezazi Simon, 60 or 47 deliveries for Pellet. And the player of the match today, 66 not out of 35 deliveries, 3 overs, 19 runs, 3 wickets, Kenneth Waiskwa. And to present the award is the Rwanda women's wicketkeeper, Beta Sarah Uwera. The third time again, Kenneth being the player of the match. It shows how special you are as a player. Now, you coming in, having lost a lot of wickets again with little runs, and you batted well with Simon. What was the conversation between the two of you guys there?
It was just to push Hito longer and then see what happens at the end. And yeah, we did that, and 1 over changed the game for us.
And with the ball every time, we are seeing you coming in and taking those crucial breakthroughs again. Fantastic bowling from you. Well done again. I think you've brought in a bigger bag to carry the trophies when you go back to Uganda. Keep up the good work. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Right, that is it for the post-match presentation of this game between Tanzania and Uganda. We come back again here at Gahanga tomorrow, where we have got another 2 exciting games again. Tanzania taking on Rwanda and Uganda respectively. Thank you.